Have you been feeling increasingly anxious lately? Constantly second guessing your decisions? Or maybe you're apologizing for things that aren't your fault. These could be internal signs that someone is gaslighting you, and that's not okay. Welcome to the Mindful Communication Revolution. I'm Stephen Walters, and I'm here to help you strengthen your personal and professional relationships with effective communication strategies. These skills are crucial in today's digital age, where manipulation tactics like gaslighting have become increasingly common in both personal and professional settings. In this video, we're going to explore the 6 silent alarms your mind and body set off when you're being gaslit, and arm you with 7 powerful strategies to protect yourself from this insidious manipulation. You don't want to miss how these internal signs could be your key to freedom from gaslighting and manipulation. Remember, gaslighting thrives in silence and isolation, but knowledge is your shield and your sword. So whether you're dealing with a manipulative colleague, a toxic friend, or especially biased media, by the end of this video, you'll have the tools to stand firm in your truth. Let's explore the 6 silent alarms your mind and body set off when you're being gaslit, so you can reclaim your reality. The first internal sign is second guessing yourself. We all doubt ourselves sometimes, but if you're being gaslit, it goes beyond that. You might find yourself constantly seeking others' approval for even the smallest decisions, or maybe you struggle to form opinions, especially when the gaslighter is around. This constant second guessing is like you're always walking on eggshells in your mind. It's exhausting, it's confusing, and it's a big flashing neon sign that gaslighting might be a play. Your opinions matter, your decisions count, and that little voice inside your head, it deserves to be heard. So the next time you find yourself in an endless loop of self-doubt, take a step back, ask yourself, is this really me, or is this the echo of someone else's manipulation? Weirdly enough, you might even feel relieved when they agree with you. That's not normal, and you should never apologize for it. Frequent apologizing. We're not just talking about saying sorry when you bump into someone. If you're apologizing for things completely out of your control, like the weather, or feel the need to justify every emotion, that's a red flag. Some people even start apologizing just for existing in a space. That's not okay either. Diminishing self-confidence. This one's tricky because it creeps up on you. You might notice you're avoiding eye contact more, or you're hesitant to speak up in meetings. If you catch yourself downplaying your achievements or expertise, it's time to pause and reflect. Feeling confused and disoriented. Ever feel like you're walking around in a fog? Gaslighting can do that. You might have trouble concentrating or lose track of time more often. If you've forgotten details about recent events or conversations, it might not just be a bad memory. Hostility and anger. Here's a surprising one. Unexplained anger. If you're experiencing sudden mood swings, especially after talking to a certain someone, or feeling irritable for no apparent reason, it could be a sign. Pay attention to those angry thoughts about yourself too. Unexplained physical symptoms. Gaslighting isn't just in your head. It can affect your body too. Changes in appetite, tension headaches, muscle pain, or sleep problems can all be your body's way of saying something isn't right. Remember, experiencing one or two of these doesn't automatically mean you're being gaslit. But if several of them sound familiar, it might be time to take a closer look at what and how someone is trying to control you with gaslighting tactics. Trust me, recognizing these signs is a major step in reclaiming your mental real estate from the gaslighters. Now that we've unmasked the signs of gaslighting, you might be wondering, so what? What's the big deal? Here's the truth. Gaslighting affects more than just your thoughts. It can disrupt every aspect of your life and can easily divide people, as we've seen over the past few years. Gaslighting can seep into every corner of our lives, leaving a trail of chaos in its wake. Let's break down the real-world impact of this insidious manipulation. Keep in mind that the impact of gaslighting can vary from person to person. It's not just about feeling confused. It can affect every part of your life. Emotionally, it's like being on a never-ending roller coaster. You might find yourself battling anxiety, wrestling with depression, or feeling stressed 24/7. It's exhausting, and it can leave you feeling like a shell of your former self. Socially, gaslighting is like a wrecking ball to your relationships. It can drive a wedge between you and your friends, make family gatherings feel like minefields, and leave you feeling isolated and alone. And professionally, forget about it. When you're constantly doubting yourself, it's hard to bring your A game to work or school. Your performance might slip, your motivation might take a nosedive, and those big career dreams, they might start to feel out of reach. Remember, gaslighting doesn't just mess with your head. It can turn your whole world upside down. That's why recognizing and addressing it is so crucial. Have you ever considered how deeply gaslighting might be affecting your life? Feeling overwhelmed yet? I get it. Now, let's arm you with 7 strategies to protect yourself from the impact of gaslighting so you're not powerless against the impact of gaslighting. These 7 strategies can help you stabilize and reclaim your reality. Trust your gut. If something feels off, it probably is. If a friend consistently denies making hurtful comments, you clearly remember. Trust your memory and feelings. Keep your support people close. Friends and family who have your back are your secret weapon. Regularly check in with a trusted friend who can offer an outside perspective on your experiences. Document everything. Keep a journal. It's like a reality check you can flip through. After difficult interactions, jot down what was said and how it made you feel. This can help you spot patterns over time. Set boundaries and stick to them. It's okay to say no to manipulation. If someone repeatedly questions your memory, firmly state, "I'm confident in my recollection. Let's move on." Consider talking to a pro. A therapist can be like a personal trainer for your mental health. Seek out a therapist who specializes in manipulation and emotional abuse to gain personalized strategies. Educate yourself. Knowledge is power, especially when it comes to manipulation tactics. Read books on assertiveness and healthy relationships to strengthen your understanding of positive versus manipulative behaviors. Practice self-care like it's your job, because taking care of yourself is the most important job you have. Set aside time each day for activities that bring you joy and peace, whether it's reading, exercising, or meditating. Remember, recognizing gaslighting is the first step to breaking free from it. All right, we've covered a lot of ground here, from spotting the signs to understanding the impact and arming yourself with strategies. You've just completed a crash course in Gaslighting 101. But before we wrap this up, let's zoom out for a moment. You might be feeling a mix of emotions right now. Maybe relief at having words for what you've experienced, or perhaps anger at realizing how gaslighting has affected you. Whatever you're feeling, it's valid. And that's exactly why we need to take a step back and look at the big picture. Remember, gaslighting is about power and control. But by recognizing these signs early enough and applying these strategies, you're taking back your power by staying in control of your reality. You're putting on a pair of glasses you didn't know you needed. And while the clarity might be uncomfortable at first, it's worth it. Now, I challenge you, reflect on your relationships and interactions that have happened over the past few days. Do any of these signs ring a bell? If so, don't panic. You now have the tools to address it. Trust your gut, lean on your support system, and set those boundaries we talked about. And when all else fails to determine if someone is gaslighting you, apply Occam's razor, which states the simplest explanation is usually the correct one. Remember, every small step you take to defeat the impact of gaslighting is a victory in reclaiming your reality. And speaking of steps, I have one more step for you to take, and that's to watch this video that shows you 4 outward signs that someone is trying to gaslight you. If you found this video helpful, share with 3 people who you think might benefit from this information. Help shine a light on gaslighting, and let's break the cycle of manipulation. Thanks for being part of the mindful communication revolution. Stay vigilant, stay strong, and I'll see you in the next video.